Hello and welcome to the quote in question, or the Q&Q from Ask Yourself This. Today is the 30th of July, 2018. I'm Jacob Payne, your man behind the Ask Yourself This project, a long-standing project that does more than just your standard quote of the day. It adds a question to help you get your thoughts going. So get your quote in question every single day, starting at 6:35 in the morning via our social media links on Facebook, Ask Yourself This, on Twitter, Ask Yourself THI_, and on Instagram, it is Ask Yourself This _. Now, what do you do with your quote in question? Well, you read it just like any other quote in the day site that you get from, but the question is there to use for you to get your thoughts going early on in the morning, 6:35 a.m. Central Time, once again, and hopefully put it down in your journal. These are really deep questions. Sometimes they're deep questions, sometimes they're really silly, but they're questions that will help you expand and grow on yourself every single day. And the really cool thing is when you look back at them a week later, a month later, years later, you can see how you have grown, or sometimes how you've not grown so much. So we like you to take some time and journal on these things, put a date down, keep them hard bound, if you will, on paper. If you're a computer guy and you pull out your notes app and can tap something out there as quickly as anything else, that's just as great. When you go to your actual computer, that's awesome as well. But we suggest just taking a pen, paper, and going down, taking them as a journal. We have some great, beautiful journals that will last a long time for great preservation of your stuff by checking out in our links in this video for those, or just get a spiral-bound notebook or something and just write it down. We just want you to write it down. We also want you to, of course, share with social media every so often so we know which questions and which quotes are the ones that are really affecting you out there. So let's go ahead and get into today's quote in question for today, which is, of course, July the 30th, 2018. Today's quote reads like this: "Books are the quietest and most constant of friends. They are the most accessible and wisest of counselors, and the most patient of teachers." From Charles W. Eliot. And the question inspired by that quote today is, what is the best lesson a book has ever taught you? So we've asked a lot of questions about things that have taught you, things from people to situations, and sometimes inanimate objects, things you've learned from watching things not go, literally paint dry in one question. So today we're asking you about another inanimate object, but it's something a little bit deeper than that. It's the story that you hear from the book, or it's the words from the book, or it's a quote from the book, or it's the detail of a life from a book. Is there a book out there, or maybe many books, a series of books, or just randomish numbers of books that can really teach you some things? One of the biggest things, and we'll probably do our own fairly soon, is essentially everyone's favorite list of books, everybody's listing of books. Books are important to people who really get into personal development and learning, because they say earners or readers are achievers, things like that. People who learn are people who grow, and people who are readers are leaders, or people who really do stuff. So people who are constantly reading, as opposed to people who just say they don't read, are more capable in theory of being a better leader. That's what they say. But in actuality, we learn from things that were passed down, and the easiest way to pass something down is to write it down in words. There are people who listen via audio and video, and sometimes need to be taught things hand by hand. But all the knowledge in the world, especially in these days where we have the internet, it's literally in our hands. You can pull up something from anywhere, any language, and learn whatever you want to at a moment's notice. So books are the same way, except they're not digital. They don't use power sources. You pull them off the shelf, you put it back on the shelf, and assuming you don't damage the book, you don't get it wet, you lose it, the book can last for a mighty long time. And if it's a popular book, it'll get reprinted so that newer generations will see it. You don't have to worry about the pixels or the burnout or things like that. So books are very important to me. I read a lot of different randomish books now, from novels to all kinds of weird fiction, to, of course, business and personal development books, because that's the bloodline of what I do. So is there a book out there that really has moved you to do something new, or to back away from something that wasn't so great? What is the best lesson that a book has ever taught you? We want you to share your thoughts on this via our social media at facebook.com/askyourselfthis, twitter.com/askyourselfthi_, or instagram.com/askyourselfthis_. We also would love it if you would join us in the world of journaling. If you're not there yet, it's simple. Get down a piece of paper, write it down. Tomorrow, another piece of paper, write it down. It's not difficult. It's not really expensive. Now, you can go all out and do these things in very just beautiful journals. But the reason why you use it in a journal, not the spiral notebook we talked about earlier, is they're better to preserve for the future. You can look at them many, many years down the line in a spiral bound notebook with higher quality paper and be able to check it out. Although there are plenty of old notebooks in my garage from high school that still have lots of notes on them from there as well. Just not in the best shape, if you will. So so slowly I have to digitize those so that they can be pulled on and on for further generations, if they need to go that far. A nice spiral bound notebook, or a nice notebook, a professional notebook, can help you get through that without worrying about those things. So if you worry about those things, we have a great option at our website, Ask Yourself This, or a great option. Check out the link in the videos. It's a sales page that'll send you to a great option for merchandise, including mugs and stickers and t-shirts and things like that. But the big thing is the journals, 2 great journals to check out. Or, like I said, just get whatever journal you want, whatever you write your things down in, even if it's your phone app in your phone, the notes app in your phone, it's just as good. Once again, I am J. Cleveland Payne. This is Ask Yourself This, and the Q&Q for July the 30th, 2018. Look out for more great things coming up, including in merely a day, your chance to get in on your full month's worth of quotes and questions right off the bat. We have a brand new, awesome tool for you to get your things and work ahead. Plus, you can also plan your day and keep an eye on how things are going and log your quote and question and see how well you are progressing throughout the day. You'll check that out. We'll have more details on that coming up in links at our social media, and of course tomorrow as we launch it for the 1st of August. Thank you so much for joining us for the video today, and we'll see you tomorrow on the 31st of July for the next Q&Q from Ask Yourself This.